episode 5. It has been ages since we've last done one.
Yeah.
But I guess we've just been really, really busy. And as you can see, it's different setting today. We're not in our Chesterfield chairs, we're in our office chairs. Ideally, we wanted to bring you here once it was all done, but we have a missing wall art on the wall. So what I'm going to do is magically bring it. You know what I did last time? Just put Arkshot logo.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm going to just bring one up on the wall now, and that's what it will eventually look like, hopefully, when the handyman of the office comes and does it. But I guess we'll start off with the elephant in the room, which is your beard.
Is that that's not really the elephant in the room.
I know, but last time all our 20 YouTubers saw us, you were faded, bald, and now what's going on? Is everything okay at home?
No one really cares about the beard.
Yeah, they do. When I put it on Instagram, everyone was so invested.
Well, I'm just doing it out of ease. Less maintenance as possible is the best way, I think, and that is what I'm doing. I think that's literally it. Less maintenance, and it looks okay. So see how it goes.
Glad we
So that was the elephant. That was the elephant in the room.
And we're going to start off with a little giveaway, a little surprise. So we really appreciate everyone's support. I think at the moment we've got 20 subscribers, and although that might seem like a small number, we're really grateful for that.
For sure.
So we appreciate the ones that don't even wait for us to put it on Instagram to say that we've released an episode, but we'll just watch it and then before we've even started promoting it. So we thought, why not show our appreciation and do a little giveaway? So basically, if you're watching this video, we're not even going to say like wait to the end like now. So we're going to give it away now. So if you're watching this video and you are interested in having a free shoot with us, we are giving away a 1 hour free shoot. We'll put the terms and conditions in the description below. But the catch is, if there is a catch, we are only having it valid for 7 days, and we're not promoting this episode until after the 7 days. So if I just actually give you the stats now, so we're going to have to post it tomorrow, yeah? So we're going to post it tomorrow, and that will be the 11th of April. And this giveaway is valid until the 18th at midnight. We will close the doors on it. So if you are interested, simply drop us a DM or reply to this in the comments, email us or whatever, and just literally write YouTube. Yeah. That's all you've got to write. YouTube. If you want to add a little more, YouTube episode 5, and we will know what you're on about. We will arrange a discovery call with you and go through what it is that you want to capture. So it can literally be a family shoot we come to your house, we do a family shoot. It can be, if you've got a business, we'll spend an hour creating content for your business.
Like a Tinder profile, if you want to like have really nice Tinder pictures, we could even sort that out. It could be literally anything.
Is that something you would do?
No.
Do you think you needed it? You had one picture.
Yeah, exactly.
So when you were putting your profile together, would you say that like I could have done with some more pictures?
To showcase.
But then, would you also think it's really unauthentic as well, though, if you knew that, like, so if you saw my pictures and it's clear that I had a photo shoot for this, would you not be like, she's a bit extra?
No, it could just be like, just capture you like doing your day-to-day stuff candidly.
Like pap style, like walking down and like just in Sainsbury's and we just catch you with your bag.
So it just looks a little bit less sort of organised. But yeah, literally anything could be, like Sharon said, it could be like family stuff, baby stuff, just you, Tinder stuff.
Why are you promoting Tinder so much? Have we got a sponsorship from them?
We've got something coming with them. And then what else? Yeah, good. Literally anything. Like you have your business, you have your like your pet, whatever.
Oh yeah, that'd be sick. Dogs, no cats. Like disclaimer, I will not. We as a business, unfortunately, cannot capture anything to do with cats. I have a serious allergy.
Fear
of cats. Yeah. So that's that. So yeah, thanks again for the support. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, so we have so much to catch up with. So I was going to be like, oh, let's just do a February catch up. But I feel like we've just had some really sick bookings. Like it's going to be, I just know we're going to be jumping all over the place. So what I'll do is I'll go through our behind the lenses of February and then just run through them. And if you feel like it's something we want to talk about, then we can stop. But then I feel like wedding season just on our mind, isn't it?
Yeah, it's what we're doing at the minute.
We just had a really good call, like literally a really nice call with a bride and groom for 2000. It was meant to be 2026 and they just brought their wedding forward a year. But yeah, I love, like, discovery calls are just so important because it's just a chance to get each other's vibe, because I think we would happily reject a booking if we just feel like we didn't get along with the couple, right?
Yeah. If I think that's so important for me. If you share the same vibe as we do, and vice versa, if we share the same vibe as you guys do, or whoever it is, then it's like, for us, it's just a no-brainer. Like, it's regardless of money, regardless of like location. If we're just on the same page, then it's gonna be good regardless. And if you're not, then there's plenty other people out there for you to sort of go to. But for us, that's just a staple vibe check.
And I feel like couples should have discovery calls with every one of their suppliers as well. And I feel like discovery calls are just a really good opportunity to actually describe what we do, because for people who it might be their first function that they're organising, it's hard on paper and email just to tell you all the things we do. Like, I knew we were just going to go straight, like, we're going to be bouncing all over the place, but just given the bookings, the 2 weddings that we just had, we like, one moment I'm helping the bride go to the bathroom, one minute I'm pinning the junni for all the bridesmaids and the mums, and then I'm having a little pep talk with the groom, like, just before he goes in, and basically coordinating the whole day. And that's never an additional cost. It's literally, if I can do it, I will do it. And I feel like our roles go way more than just holding a camera and taking a picture. And it'd be very interesting to see how those events do go if we just did that, because it would just be a shambles. And one, we do it because we want to, and also our clients are so lovely. Like, the weddings that we've just had, so we just had two brides, and both brides booked me in 2022. So this was before I was probably doing my best work, before Arkshot, and I just feel like that's so nice. And they both said that as soon as they were proposing, they booked their wedding day, they booked us, and I thought that was just so nice. So yeah, I've been really looking forward to those weddings, and it just went so amazingly. Like, the families just went above and beyond to make sure that we were okay, which I just feel like so nice, because the days are very, very long. Like, imagine we had there first thing in the morning, last people to leave, and just, you know, those moments where they're like, nothing's happening now, just take a seat, and they come and give us tea. I just feel like that kind of appreciation is really lovely. So yeah, like, doing those extra jobs and everything like that, we don't mind doing it because we want to for the people that we have. And yeah, going back to discovery calls, it just gives you a chance to explain what exactly we'll be doing. And yeah, so on our Instagram we have a behind the lens. So every Sunday, so basically the plan was, when I started them, was to do a post every Sunday of what happened in the week, just so, because I realise I forget how much I do, and also it's just a good chance to reflect on what we've done. And it's literally just like phone pictures, nothing creative. I'm just like taking a picture then and there before I leave somewhere. But I have fallen behind massively on them, but I'm still going to keep doing it. So bear with me if I am really behind on them. But let's start then. So we had a pre-shoot, Punjab themed pre-shoot in a maze in Harrow. Honestly, the couple's energy, 10/10. Any more comments on that?
Yeah, mad cool. A lot of effort went into that on their half, like with outfits and like details, and then hopefully we matched that in terms of our delivery, just the way we captured it, and it was just sick. It was good vibes, really cool.
And then they booked up their pre-wedding events as well after, which was just so nice. Then we had meetings with a corporate client of ours who is probably one of our biggest corporate clients. They're going from B2B to B2C.
Do you want to say that again?
And a rebrand.
BBC?
B2B to B2C.
Sounds like BBC.
A few baby functions. Then we did client meetings for the weddings that we've just had, working with Mood, with interior design, which was just so cool.
Yeah. Do you want to give Mood a shout out?
JT?
Yeah, please. Yeah, go on.
Bit of masala tea.
Nice.
Oh, by the way, get yourself a cooker tap if you're ever doing your kitchen.
Yeah.
Saves a lot of time.
So tell me an interesting fact about yourself.
Oh my goodness. Interesting fact is that I'm an interior designer with a chemistry degree.
Wow.
You can work that one out yourself.
Shout out Mood Interiors, like all day, every day.
Yeah. Good vibes, really good vibes.
More client meetings, Caviar House. We've had 3 shoots with Caviar House already this year and love it, absolutely love it. Like this is what I love, the more you work with a business, the longer you work with them, the better the relationship and the better the work gets, because you're just learning more about them and everything like that. So yeah, fingers crossed we get more of that, because it's just, the clients that just leave you to it, I feel like it's really important to understand like your role, and if you're employing someone to do something, employing like freelancing, whatever it is that you would say, but you're obviously booking them for a reason, and they just know like, you guys do your job, and it really just shows in the work. Then it was my brother's birthday. Then it was a home shoot, which was really cool because I love the home shoots. It was a newborn shoot, and then the mother already had like 2 older kids, so we did like a little shoot, and we literally used a plain wall in their house and made it look like a studio. And then a 90th birthday, how cute. I went to Southall. Zed Hotel. We've actually got loads of beginnings of videos that we wanted to like vlog a shoot. So I'm going to insert all the beginnings to the vlogs that never made it. As predicted, it's been crazy since we started, so we haven't had a chance to really fill you in, but hopefully we'll add some of the official content. How you finding it?
Good, really good. It's good fun.
But energy levels are a bit low, so we're just going to grab some food.
We've got Gigi driving on the roads.
Through the hailstone, the snow, the rain, got it all right now.
So we're just on our way to Caviar House to do a cool shoot here with Gisharon.
Some pancake day.
Some pancake day. Just at the train station.
Freezing cold.
Gisharon's favourite place. Good morning. Today is the 2nd of March. On a Saturday, we're here at the Grand Hyatt in Central. Here for a very interesting booking. Should be fun. There's Gisharon there, just unloading. Yeah. Alright, see you later. Just finished a 17-hour day.
Okay, 17 hours.
Always like plus an extra 2.
It's a beautiful location.
We're at the Waldorf. So sick. Now to drive to our next destination.
2 more hours, 2-hour drive, and we can get some sleep. Should we zoom down? You can see the go up, pan up. We can.
There you go. Alright, cool.
See you later. Then I had a shoot with Sahib Jules, Velvet Rani, and twins, which was incredible because like shooting with twins just gives you so much creativity, and it's quite interesting. When I spoke to my cousins the other day and I asked them like, oh, did you see the video? And they were like, yeah, like that girl, and I was like, oh, it was 2, and they couldn't believe it. So yeah, that was loads of fun. Oh, then we got these desks. So first we had the standard desks that come with the office, and then I realised, so I've put on a lot of weight since I've been doing media, and then also because of the editing, because I'm just sitting on the chair for hours and hours, I'm not getting my steps in. I literally haven't got 10,000 steps in since COVID, so I was like, I'm going to get a standing desk. And obviously my old man over here, he doesn't like to waste money, so he was just like, cool, go do your thing, but I'm happy with mine. And then he was like, no, I think I want one. Well, he kept looking at mine, so I just ordered him one. So yeah, we've got a standing desk. Should we do a little race? I don't think mine's
Yours not.
Mine's not plugged in.
Yeah.
We just switched sides because this is my angle. So yeah, this is quite handy to have.
Yeah. That's enough. They get it.
And I've got a treadmill now under the desk as well, which I'm not going to demonstrate. I feel like we're catching up now.
Yeah.
Then we've got the desk, the Medway meetup. Should I insert the whole clip of my speech?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to see a 20-minute speech now. Enjoy. Yeah, I'm Shaz. I'm a photographer and videographer. Also do editing as well, and I'll just be talking about my journey from then to now and how Medway has had an impact on my business. So 2019 was the start of my journey, and the business operated under Shaz Media until the end of last year, where I rebranded to Arkshot, and I'll delve into the rebrand shortly. So the evolution of Shaz Media. So no one in my immediate family is an entrepreneur or has their own business. So this was the only route I kind of knew to take, which was the route to the corporate world. So yeah, I was born and then I went to school. I loved school, but I really struggled. It was really frustrating at times because my attendance was 100%, but my grades almost reflected someone that just didn't show up. So it was really frustrating, but I somehow scraped through to university. Even if it was the university at the bottom of the league table, I got in. And there at university, my dyslexia was diagnosed, which really helped me to get through. So there was just so much support. I literally had like one-to-ones for like most of my assignments, which was really helpful. And I ended up with a 2-1 in criminology. So being a photographer and videographer was never something I thought I would do, purely because there was no one around me that was doing that, especially a South Asian female. So I loved taking pictures, and I always had my camera with me, taking photos and videos of everywhere I would go, travel, just annoying my family. I would use Snapchat quite a lot for that. And I just, that was where my creativity was definitely showing. So even at uni, or just even on a night out, I would be that embarrassing girl with a camera and just show everyone what they were up to the night before. So I had the intention of joining the police force, and then after university, post-grad, I was working as a paralegal for a criminal law firm. And then there was one year in particular, 2019, I had 7 weddings in 1 year, which is totally normal if you're South Asian, like that's the norm. So for each wedding I went to, I made a highlight video and took pictures, and I was just putting them on Facebook with no intention, or like, just putting them on. And the response was so surprising. Everyone was just like sharing it with everyone, saying how it was better than their actual professional team. I just kind of thought that was, I couldn't really understand what everyone else was seeing in me. They were like, oh, you should do it professionally. But I didn't know what that meant because I wasn't taking notice of anyone, any other media teams. I was just doing my thing and just going by. And then I thought, you know what, like, let me see what this is about. And so then I reached out to media companies, like purposely just kind of searching, okay, so what are these companies doing? And asked them if I can come and shadow. Which just was rejection after rejection. They were just asking me what camera I had, which was a £40 camera from Argos, and they were like, no, we have no time. I was like, okay, fair enough. But I persevered, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to learn, like, what is this all about? So I started to learn how to use my camera on manual settings. Anything and everything in my house, I was learning to just kind of make it look creative, whether it was a shampoo bottle, my dinner, just annoying my family for portraits, and then again, just putting it onto Facebook, which was the trendy and most popular platform at the time. and everyone was just sharing it, and then the demand was just crazy. People wanted me to shoot their personal, like family functions, and even like their brand products, which was so exciting. So I found my weekends, I was doing that. My weekday evenings, I was editing, and during the week, I was still 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, working at the law firm as paralegal. Then it came a pivotal time where it was actually during the COVID pandemic, I was furloughed, and that just gave me a chance to think. And I knew that the firm were going to invest £10,000 into my exams because I still need to do my LPC, etc. So I was on my way to becoming a trainee solicitor, but I knew that the demand for the media was really like increasing, and I thought, oh, there's something there. So I sat and I thought, and as well as the financial blocks that people often think about when they're starting a business, for example, how am I going to survive, how am I going to pay my bills, etc. I had that as well as the cultural blocks. So although everyone around me was proud of what I was doing, I would often get comments from aunties in the South Asian community saying, oh, it's good what you're doing, but don't stop like the career of the law, because you know that's your safety, that's how people, that's what we're going to tell people when you want to get married, etc. And for them there's only two important things, and that's getting married and having kids. But I guess I'm really stubborn and I don't like being told what to do. So I was like, no, you know what, I'm going to just do my own thing. And as I mentioned before, there was no one around me doing what I wanted to. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to be the role model that I really wanted when I was growing up. And then I just, took the leap of faith and decided to open Shaz Media as an actual business, and the rest was history. So these are the type of bookings I was taking, anything from brand shoots, couple shoots, babies, weddings, absolutely everything. Like people would inquire and be like, oh, can you shoot this? And I'd be like, no, I haven't got a clue. But I would just practice and practice and practice, not tell them, and then just make sure I knew exactly what I was going to do on the day, and they wouldn't know any different. And that's just what I kept doing. I think when you start a business, people often tell you to find your niche, and what is your niche? My niche was that I had no niche, and I'm so glad that I didn't, because I feel like that puts you in a box. If I was just a wedding photographer or videographer, then, especially over the pandemic, I wouldn't have had anything to do, whereas the pandemic was a blessing in disguise because so many businesses now had to become visible. They couldn't have people come into their stores, etc. They needed a social media presence, and I was able to deliver that. So, 2.5 years of Shaz Media full-time, and I was well on my way. And then I just kind of felt like I hit a dead end, and I just felt a bit disconnected to my brand. For me, Shaz Media represented the beginning, when I was shy, when I was not confident in my work, and all those struggles, whereas everything was just moving so fast, and I was getting more corporate work, and it was a bit embarrassing in these board meetings when they would ask me, oh, what's your business name? And I would say Shaz Media and just cringe, because it just reminded me of the Snapchat days. So I was just like, right, I'm going to rebrand. And again, it's just something that I hadn't seen anyone else do before. Didn't really know too much about it, and my expectations were quite minimal at the time. So that led me to the rebrand. So not only did I know I wanted to change the name, I wanted to change the logo, I wanted to change the image, but I really wanted to celebrate the community, because up until this point, I didn't spend a penny on marketing. It was literally word of mouth, using Facebook or just posting, no money spent on ads or anything. It was just word of mouth, and everyone around me, that was literally my biggest cheerleader. So we rebranded, and the night looked like this. We had 200 people. So I invited my past, present and future clients and small businesses that have just been really supportive and didn't reject me when I asked for help. We had food, drink, live music. Few Dragons came. It was really, really nice. We announced the new name, which was Arkshot, in the middle of the evening. And which had a great response, luckily. So Arkshot, hopefully, as a standalone name, just kind of looks a bit corporate, is what it is. But if I break down the name just so you have an idea, Ark is our surname, and obviously Shot is a media reference. So with Shaz Media, it was all me. I was doing everything from start to finish, the admin, the shooting, the editing, absolutely everything. And there's only so much one person can do. So I'm glad and happy now that Arkshot consists of a dynamic duo of husband and wife. I don't think any woman should say that they're lucky to have a supportive partner. I should feel like that should be a given. But I must say, Jay does go above and beyond to help me pursue my dreams. And of course, he's behind the camera today. So thanks, Jay. Jay has a degree in IT and a background in facility management, so he brings something completely different to the table. I'm often just annoying him every time I'm getting locked out of my emails, like help. So he's able to bring something completely different, and now as a duo we can just offer a lot more. We can take on more clients, more bookings, and just have different ideas. And the system works really well with a much clearer and better client cycle, because definitely when I was on my own, client communication was lacking a bit, and that's so important because at the end of the day, people just want to be updated, and so that's great. And so we still cover photography, videography and editing. We can be found on these social media channels. We recently started YouTube because I capture and edit a lot of YouTube channels for other people, so I thought, why not do it for myself? And I think brand visibility is so important. Most of our channels, they don't necessarily show the product, the end result that we give our clients, but they show us, and I feel like that's really important. And for us, that's definitely what our audience want to see. I could post a cinematic wedding trailer and people aren't interested, whereas if it's just some behind the scenes of me and Jay showing what we're doing and the work that goes into it, that's definitely like more of an interest to everybody. And again, we haven't niched down at all. We still do weddings, but fashion, food, work for a lot of restaurants, which is just amazing because we get to eat and drink after. Maternity, and we are definitely taking a lot less weddings, which allows more time for the corporate side because now we've opened up retainers. So what I found was when I was working with brands, I would give them the photography and videography, but they wouldn't really know what to do with it. But with my experience of just my own social media, I feel like I recognise how to create a campaign, shoot the campaign, post it, and then just give them ideas. So we have retainers, which also helps us with our aim of longevity with our clients. And inevitably, the more you work with a client, the better you're going to be with the content with them, and the more trust they're going to have in you. And I think with businesses, they should be focused on the business, and we worry about the content. So that's something we absolutely love to do. And also some clients that we work with. But as much as I love social media and posting and all of that, social media outreach, nothing beats community, and just networking events like this. And I just think communication, collaboration is just so important. And if you don't know where to start, I think Kim and Roland are just so well connected, and they can just give you some tips of like where to go. Even I think a few days ago, Jay went to the rugby club lunch with the Dragon team, and he got to speak to Dragons and just find out exactly what people are doing, and also just see what's happening in the community. At the weekend, we worked with Medway Creative, and that was just great to be a part of the community and capture their dance competition that they had. And tomorrow is going to be the 4th year I'm working with a secondary school. Is at their careers fair, and this is an all-girls secondary school. And what I love about that is, like I said, growing up, there was no one like me around that, was showing me the career path. So I like going there and just showing them this is an option if you want to. And every year we take 2 girls on work experience. And we actually have an apprentice starting with us in September, and she spent her whole summer work shadowing us for 3 years. So it's really like, it's a bit daunting that she's now said that she doesn't want to go to uni and she wants to work with us for a year just to see what it's like. But that's just so rewarding because I just feel like giving back, like nothing. Okay, 5 minutes. I'm getting those, only one more. Nothing beats giving back to the community, and I just feel like Shaz Media and Arkshot is defined by the community. That's us. So I just want to say a big thank you to Roland, Kim and Molly for putting on events like this, allowing us to speak to other people in the community, and continuing our collaboration with everybody. But we'll be around later on if you have any questions.
Brilliant. Thank you. Have you got any questions? So good luck, guys. Questions. Everyone's got any questions? I'll ask you a question.
Oh.
Who's your dream client? Who would you love to work with?
I don't know. That's really hard because I just feel like every booking brings something different. Whether it's a wedding, last year we went to India for a wedding, and that was just something I never dreamed of. And it's hard to think of my dream client because I never saw this career as a dream. So I don't have an answer. Sorry. Thank you so much.
Shaz has been on our Dragons for a long time here. She started off on a hot desk, and now she's moved into an office as the business has grown with us. So well done, Shaz. I see you grown, and it was an awesome party as well for you. Best of you.
Hopefully same again this year. Perfect. Thank you. Sorry. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So that was a 20-minute speech about obviously what you heard, and the focus was around my journey, why I started the business, how it's going, and then the future. It was in front of 60 people. I actually haven't ever done public speaking. I feel like the only thing I did was at the Arkshot event, which was just like 10 seconds, a little thank you. But that was cool. I feel like I learned so much from it. I could improve so much, but I just feel like the only way I'm going to get better is the more I do it. So I just kind of threw myself into the opportunity when Roland and Kim asked me to do it. So I was just glad I did it, and I just know like until I do more, that's when I'm going to improve. I feel like I could just have more energy into it, but I was nervous. It was the first time I was doing it. As the audience, what did you think?
Yeah, no, fantastic. I think the whole event was cool. It was just about, it's definitely aligns with how we want to operate. So like expanding beyond this sort of the Asian realm. Like we really want to be a part of like, so our local community, which is obviously for us is Medway, and then developing connections with the council, developing connections with other businesses that aren't necessarily like South Asian, Punjabi communities. I think it was just sick, like just sort of sharing our story, hearing other stories, and yeah, just developing a solid network from that. It was good fun. And you done really well as well.
Yeah, I think speaking to everyone else was so nice as well. Like, I don't think we've ever had that opportunity, because whenever I've gone to events, I'm always filming it, so I'm always behind the camera. Like, I haven't got a moment really to speak to anybody. But it was really nice. Like afterwards, like people coming over to us, and we were the only South Asians there that day. So I think for a lot of people, they did say to us, they're like, we haven't ever heard from a South Asian before. So it was nice to notice that, because I feel like from like what Jay said with, you know, Shaz Media before, I feel like I was only ever around South Asians, like the bookings I was taking, the clients that I had. So it was very interesting to think, oh my God, there's a whole other like circle of people there that don't know like that South Asians do photography and videography, and you know, to hear our story from a different perspective, where culture plays a massive part in like decisions we've made, whether that's delayed or sped up the process. So yeah, that was really, really cool. Look, like definitely if there's more opportunities, I think it'll be good for you to talk as well about how it's been from corporate to this. And I think, one of the, you know, when I put the question box up actually, one of them was just like, how are you finding working? So do you want to go into that? So into the first quarter of you working full time as a creative and director.
Sick. It's how can I phrase it? So like, I've had it sort of like good to whereas I was shadowing, I guess you could call it shadowing or just assisting a lot for like the last, I don't know how, like 2 years. Just like attending bookings, like doing, like just helping out tripods, cameras, lighting, like the fundamentals of videography and photography for like 2 years. So I had a good idea of what Gashara gets up to day, and what it's like at bookings and what happens afterwards. So the transition's been relatively smooth. Positives are the freedom. So like working in like a corporate environment, it's very proper. So like it's a lot of, so I just in terms of what you wear. So like you always have to be suited and booted. You're in an office, which is a formal environment. Discussing things, it's very formal. Meetings, and all things like that. Which I really like the way it is now. It's like it's a little bit more me, and that's literally like unbeatable. And also it's the fact of you control like, for example, like you can cut this out. This might just be extremely long-winded, but in a corporate environment, I always felt this underlying anxiety, even when I was talking to people, especially those that held more senior positions, which, when you think about it, is nuts, because you should never feel that you're inferior or superior to others. But in a corporate environment, it's very prevalent. So like, I'd always like, from my experience, you'd always be a bit on edge if you're talking to a director or something like that. And I hated how it made me feel, because it just wasn't me, and like I hated that. And in this environment, it's a lot more like, I have freedom to feel how I want to feel, to work how I want to work, and it's fun, it's creative, and I feel like that is everything. That is literally everything. Like what we do day to day, it needs to be creative, it needs to be fun, it needs to be like fulfilling, because ultimately yeah, a corporate job is a stable income. It can be a high income, but if that's what you want, then that's sick. You do that. But that's not exactly what I want. I don't think that's what Kashara wants. It's like, at heart, if you're a creative, if you love your media, your music, your art, like I've always loved that kind of stuff. And this just gives me an avenue to pursue it with my best friend. So it's completely long-winded. So.
No, that's cool. That's cool. How was it working with me?
I don't think.
You don't mean you can swear on this podcast?
Yeah, I'm not one to swear. No, it's sick. It's sick. It's an interesting dynamic because we have very opposite personalities. But I think the combination of our personalities is like formidable. Like when we listen to each other, which is like 95% of the time. Yeah, it's like it's just good business because I guess I'm more like not logical, but like we just have different perspectives on things. So like I think I see things more of like Shaz just loves doing the work, like loves being creative, loves doing like artistic stuff. But then with my background, I can't help but see if people are taking liberties or if people like are good peoples. And it's just that energy that you get from people. And when we're able to share that and communicate that, it just makes good business because we only deal with people that we want to deal with. And that's the beauty of having your own business. And yeah, it's good. We're just a formidable team, and it's like.
And it's just like we've had to like really like define our roles in terms of because obviously it's only been like 3 months we've been working full time, and like Joe said, like before it was always just like it was his option, like he's just like voluntarily like coming into bookings and stuff, whereas like we've had to kind of just make it clear, like when we're at work, just remember, like I might say things in a certain way, or like you might say things in a certain way, but we're not husband and wife, we're colleagues, and we have to like remember that it, like we're gonna say example, or but yeah, no, we just have to remember it's going to be a different way of speaking to each other. So yeah, it's been like good lessons, and I'm sure there's going to be like more coming up where like we'll be like, whoa, but then yeah, it's just you can't bring your personal kind of like side into it, and if you want to get work done, because I'm very much like, I feel like I switch my hats really quickly. Like so when I'm working, when I'm at booking, like no, like, I don't see Jay as my husband. I'm just like, right, cool, boom, boom, boom. Like you'd think I'm a surgeon, like the way I like treat bookings, like he's just like, where's this, like it's just I'm very and Jay's like really, really chill. So sometimes at bookings it can be a bit like, what is going on for him? Like you might not like the way, but I'm just like, no, like I like things done yesterday. But also what has been really interesting is not that people around me aren't working, it's because I'm so used to working on my own. So even like the way the business is run, like the business plan, the business structure, everything is all up here. So it's only been since like Jay's come in, you know, I've had people like Shadow and things like that, that I've realised people only have the option to come to me and ask me things. And we're potentially, fingers crossed, having an apprentice starting in September. So now I'm starting to recognise that everything needs to be like written down or like emailed or everything, because the manual to the business is in my head, which isn't fair on people. So even like hard drives, like I've got 20 hard drives that I know what is on each one. They're not labelled at all. But then when Jay needs something, I haven't got the time to like go and get it, and it's not clear where he needs to go. So even just making sure there's a spreadsheet now and I've labelled them all, colours, animals, places, so people can just go like, you know, they need footage of this, give client example for that, they know where to go for that. So it's also like a massive learning curve for me. Like I'm just so used to working on my own that working as a team is going to take like a lot of change and a lot of time to make sure, yeah, the structure's there. So that's been cool. We did a booking with Skin by Pooja, which is really cool.
Yeah,
the facials and stuff in Until, which is a building for professionals to rent rooms. And yeah, one of the partners is also Stephen Bartlett. So that was really cool just to see like how useful a building like that can be. Because this is almost like this, but a bit different. So it's like, it's got like the dentistry setups and stuff like that. So it was really cool. We'll insert some clips so you can see how that went. And And I think that's all I've got up to on my thing. But let me go onto my calendar. So we've obviously done loads. And now we're into like March now. So Norfolk School for Girls and Careers Fair. So I've gone to Norfolk School for Girls Career Fair this is my 4th year doing it, which is, yeah, I absolutely love going because I always just feel like I'm one of the only like female businesses there, and in a school where it's for girls, like it's good to just show them like the options they have. This year I couldn't even take a form to get people's information because we were maxed out on the work experience weeks that we offer. But yeah, it was just really nice. It's just, the girls are just so lovely, aren't they? They're just really passionate, and it's just really exciting for them to see the cameras. First time you going, how did you find it?
Yeah. I think it's sick. Going back to, again, in lines of like how you want to move. Like we want to be more like a part of the wider community, and it's like obviously schools are a staple. So like it was sick seeing like all the kids just being interested in the cameras, like playing around with them, asking questions. And like some like you could tell some really creative kids. And it was cool. It was cool.
It was quite a moment when they would like see the Arkshot banner and be like, we follow you on Instagram.
Yeah, that's cool. One of them just walked past and just went to their pal like, oh, we follow them on Instagram. And I just had to like, just bring them over and just like, oh, thank you for following us. Do you want to, like... It's sick.
Yeah. So we're on a little micro level, but when people stop and say nice things like that, like at the Codfather the other day, that lady was just so nice. Like, yeah, our business, like, then and even now, like, it's just a community-based business, just community love always. We actually had one of our a booking with probably one of our biggest clients that we've ever worked with, Duracell.
Yeah, what do you know about that? Arkshot and Duracell. Yeah, sick. That was so, like, I really enjoyed that because they're just like, their product was they were launching a new line in the UK. And it was about like sustainability, like it was like sort of it was like a different type of like app / like inverter, and it was like just sick. The concept was sick.
But also you had actually attended that in your corporate job, right?
Yeah. So previously to that, like I was an attendee. Just
to give you some context. We were shooting for Duracell and they had a stand at an event called Fully Electric.
Yeah. At the Excel. And that just hit home to me, like, it was just, yes, like tick, 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 clientele sick, creative control, yes. Everything about it was fun. They had the Duracell bunny. Yeah, like I was like, even though we were probably running on minimal sleep that day, it was just so good. And it's like, to see where Shaz Media started, people's like houses doing like their events at home. Fast forward, like what? You're not even like 2.5 years full time, and now we're partnering with Duracell on like shoots and brands, and it's like the clientele is just night and day. I think that's just sick, and that's only the start of Arkshot. Remember, like Arkshot's only been around for
a quarter.
Well,
it's November, so yeah.
And it's like the trust that we're able to represent that brand is just like there's no words for it, and it's just only going to get bigger and better. And it's like, yeah, sick. What do you think?
Yeah, no, definitely. It was, yeah, very surreal. Like Duracell is so, like everyone knows Duracell. Yeah. So and what cracked me up as well, like I can have a bit of a silly side or whatever. More so than Jay. Jay tends to keep it quite real. But it was when Jay was like, oh, do you reckon we get a picture with the bunny? And I was just like, literally, all right, come on then. And taking Jay over, we got a picture, which was really funny. But no, it was really, yeah, just so nice. Client, first time working with them, but I've known the client for a while, who is one of the founders of the new battery that they've got. And again, yeah, just creative control. They were like, because I always get a bit of imposter syndrome. I'm like, oh, is this okay? Like, just showing them. Like, just do your thing. And I'm like, brilliant. So that's really good. But yeah, that was the start of a very intense week. So I haven't done so obviously we've done the weddings last week. That was the first time I've done them since October. So that's a big gap. Obviously we've had Christmas, downtime, our quiet season. And when I was looking at this week on paper, I was just getting really, really anxious because I was just like, it is so intense. it's our busiest week of the whole year. I just kept telling myself that. And the travelling that we had to do in that week, plus the minimal sleep, and obviously in between I'm backing up. So in that sleep time, I need to back up and charge all my equipment. I was just getting really, really anxious. But then once we were in it, like I said earlier on, like the clients, their families, they just make it feel not like work, that it was just such an amazing week. And I just feel like everything was the same in terms of like the wedding, like I knew what I was doing and things like that, but we really invested heavily in new equipment. Some of it was just far too much for us to buy ourselves, but we were able to rent it. And just being able to have that level up, just the footage this year already on weddings is insane. And yeah, it's really good because during the week, like if we haven't got any bookings, I'm usually up really early. I like to just get my work done so then I can just get to bed early and just chill out, whereas Jay will get up a little bit later on in the day. But when it comes to bookings, this guy is on it. Like, for someone who doesn't wake up early, he'll hear his alarm and just get up and go, whereas I'm just like, oh my God. So having him in the morning, just be like, right, no, just don't think about it, just let's go, let's just do it. So, and I feel like we're really organised, making sure we had everything ready the night before so we could just make it really easy for ourselves the day of, which was really good. And yeah, I guess like this was your first wedding season because before you've had the option of coming. So I've just been a bit like, oh yeah, come if you're free. But this time it's like, no, I need you there, and you know you had to be there. So how did you find it?
It's good. Like, alright, look, let's be real. It's long. Like the hours are very long. However, the client makes like the booking like is a big factor in how the booking goes. So like if they're cool, if they're like, if they want to get involved in like more pictures and video and they're very understanding, it's sick. It's good. It's good fun. Yeah, it's cool. We get to go to nice hotels.
Oh my God, yeah. So basically I booked, oh right, so this one's really stuck up.
I'm not.
One time we booked, because for me, I'm like, I don't care where I sleep as long as I can just rest my head, because I'm not going to be sleeping for long. So it's like, as long as I can just rest my head, then I don't really care where I sleep. So I usually book the travel lodge. Then one time, it's like a couple of years ago, we booked the travel lodge, and then this one just like freaked out. He was just like, I can't stay here, I can't stay here. So I was just like, has he seen a ghost? Like, what's gone on? He literally ran to the car and just sat in the car. So I was just like, what the hell? And I was just like, I need to get some rest before the booking tomorrow. So then I had to book like a couple £100, like 5-star hotel. And I was like, brilliant. And now he just like won't settle for anything less. So yeah, just knowing we needed like a good night's sleep, booked the Hilton Hotel, Doubletree. And it was mad. It was literally in a stadium. So we're just like walking through the corridors to get to our room, turn to the right, the football stadium, which is mad because I've never seen live football as well. So I was like, I can't believe I'm watching my first game. And in our room, you can literally like hear the crowd and everything. So that was insane. And then I signed up to Hilton Honors and we got a free upgrade and the room was incredible.
That's cool.
Yeah, so that was that. And yeah, now we're into editing season, so we're just trying to like smash out as much as we can. And this is another part of me where like I've just got to learn to like let go of it because I'm just like so used to just doing everything myself on my way. But since Jay's been picking up the editing, it's just helping us like work on that really fast, slick system where we can just provide bigger, better, but more importantly, quicker edits for everyone. So yeah, that's always just like a nice moment. People like see it so soon and they're just like, can't believe it. So that's kind of where we're at the moment.
I think people's expectations are like, they plan on seeing their, especially like Punjabi weddings, like seeing their stuff perhaps maybe 3 months later or 6 months later. Or we even know someone that had to wait, 2 years for their footage, which is nuts.
It's just not acceptable as well.
Yeah. For us, our turnaround is like, you'd say max maybe like 5-6 weeks. And it's like, but that's video. Images will hopefully come like within 2 weeks max. And it's like, it's cool to be able to provide that service. It's like the prime of weddings.
Arkshot Prime. Yeah. I mean, we delivered so far, like I've managed to deliver a juggle video, pictures and videos within 24 hours because now I'm giving myself that time in between. Whereas obviously wedding season is hard because you've got sometimes that back to back. And if you don't give yourself that time, obviously it's going to be a bit longer with the edit. So that's the price I'm kind of willing to pay for like just not take on as many back to backs, but be able to just give that full service quicker. So yeah, eventually once we've got our editing speed on look, our story, like there's just so much I want to get completely locked in and just neat before we can officially say like this is our turnaround. So a lot of trial and error is going on behind the scenes with that, but hopefully that will just be maybe the next time we do a YouTube we will be saying like this is your expected time and delivery of the edits. So that's where we are now. So we've invested in some new equipment which we're going to be talking about. So our next channel will be about a new camera, but we'll be trial and testing. We maybe not be filming a YouTube in a different location, but we'll let you stay tuned for episode 6. And yeah, a lot of the videos we're going to be doing now is going to be more around like the equipment, a lot more behind the scenes, because I feel like you've got to know us now, and that was all what we wanted season 1 to kind of be about. So season 2 will be like really just showing you the raw side to it.
For sure.
So thank you so much for watching episode 5, and we look forward to seeing everyone for their giveaway if you've sent us a DM within the next 7 days.
Do you want to say anything current? Is there any current affairs that you want to touch on? What's going on with Diddy? Shall we talk about that? That's mad.
Should we save it for next one?
Yeah.
All right, we'll talk about Diddy next time. Yeah, cool. Thank you so much for watching. That was so far.
Minnie, should we do a mini at the
Should we
end?
do Millie? Okay, so when you do Millie, this is what you want to do,
Yeah,
right?
how to Millie.
So
That should be a whole video, how to Millie.
Okay, well, let's just do it now, a quick one. How to Millie. And the wire. Where's the lanyard?
On the desk.
Oh. Okay, right, so, right, Millie, right, bloody noisy, especially when you've got like a clear middle part. For example, Grazing Mother has a flower in the middle, but no one goes there. So first, you just want to, if you're not even the first person to go, you've been standing there watching to take some notes. So obviously, give a little run up, a little walk up. So you just kind of get a vibe, you know? So like, oh, hello. So
Whoever's hands are higher, just let them go first.
Yeah. Oh, that's
it's cool, isn't it?
So I'm a bit shorter.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm going to think, okay, he's going to go first.
Yeah,
so I duck, allowing time. I don't just stand here, I just help him out.
Not like this. No, just my hands are higher, so obviously just allow me. Yeah, place it.
Thank you. You know, shake myself up a bit. Reset. Just his heart's a bit longer.
Yeah.
And then I'm a bit shorter, so you can help me a little bit more. There we go. I just make sure you haven't got any PE collars.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we're gonna hug.
Oh, but then some people go for the handshake.
Oh, but then you've got to. So I already went for the hug.
Yeah.
So just accept the hug.
Yeah. Okay. So we. Some people do this. Some people do this.
That's not a handshake.
Yeah.
What was it hugging? Oh, hug at the end. Okay, so Jay's already put his hand out.
It depends. Men, I feel like men should do the handshake and then go for the hug, and then.
Okay, and then you wanna, still hug and then pose. Okay. And then.
Yeah, and yeah. Obviously, you go like that, and you go like that. Pose, and then if you want to pick them up like this.
You're not allowed to. Sometimes you're not allowed to help. How to Millie.
How to Millie.
If there's anything else you need help with, just let us know.
Yeah.